Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
All right.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Into the Comiverse, episode 38, and I got Cliff on Comics with me. How you doing, brother?
Hello. What a great afternoon this is to be here. You know, I put my mood lighting on.
Well, I'm going to start it off with I'm going to play a little clip of a video. Everybody saw my lightsaber last week, but I didn't play the clip. I didn't have it loaded of when it was unveiled to me. So I think everybody might get a kick out of watching this.
You're unveiling your lightsaber? Oh.
Can you turn on? Okay, how's it feel to be the new ruler of Mandalore? Since that's yours. Yeah.
No freaking way. I was just shocked.
Yeah, it's like, so this one's yours.
Yeah, my buddy came back over last night. We was watching Godzilla -1, which is the greatest Godzilla movie ever made, in my opinion. Now,
possibly.
We were talking about it, and we was talking about how much they costed, and I was like, "Oh crap, they not cheap."
Yeah, but in the new one, or the one they made in Japan, they did such a great job.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, I mean, like you said, what was it you said yesterday in DVH's show? The human story was actually interesting. I got into it.
Exactly. And my videos are running in the background because I'm annoying myself. Like, what is wrong with one of my things is all messed up, and it won't let me fix anything.
Uh-oh.
That's okay. I'm still here with you. We're good.
Oh, cool. Well, I'm gonna take a minute, and I'm gonna point out that yesterday was the final day for nominations for the CBC Awards.
And now we wait.
And since I'm all messed up here we go. This is the schedule for going forward for the CBC Awards. Like I said, nominations ended yesterday. Now on the 23rd on Brian LCS's channel, the finalists will be revealed in a special show that he's doing. Then from August 24th to October 19th, you can vote for your favorite finalist, and then we'll find out on November 2nd who is going to walk away with a CBC Award for 2024.
Ooh.
That's going to be pretty cool. And like I said last week, I'll say it again. Thank you for everyone that nominated me, because I noticed that I had 4 nominations. That's
How
cool.
do you know that you have 4? Oh, you have 4 different nomination categories.
Yeah. When I was going through the list, I seen Comiverse. I saw Into the Comiverse, the live show. I saw my Tony's Comic Spotlight. And then I seen the 300 subscriber giveaway that me and Dr. Von Hoot did.
Yes. Okay, because I can't tell the difference, right? Like, so I have to just assume everything. But I saw Cliff on Comics on there, and I'm like, but for what? Why am I here?
Well, see, that's the thing. The one that just says Comiverse, I don't know what it's for.
I assume that's the best channel under 1,000 or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I was like, oh my goodness. And then I saw all the Council Comics ones, and I started feeling a little bit better. I was like, all right, we're in the mix. No pun intended.
I was gonna say it. I'm gonna leave everybody with a thought for today. Maybe I'll start doing this from now. But today's thought for the day is: if at first you don't succeed, you're not Chuck Norris. Yeah, I was messed up, wasn't it?
It's Chuck Norris.
Yeah,
I understand.
Well, okay.
None of us can be Chuck Norris.
No, none of us can beat Chuck Norris. So anybody watching, which it doesn't look like anybody's watching, but if anybody someone starts watching, the link is pinned to the top if you want to join the panel. We're going to talk about the anatomy of a superhero today, what drives a superhero to be good. And we got Cliff saying, hey, I'm in the back.
That's right. I'm like, I'm here. Even if I'm the only one. You know, one of Chuck Norris's sons used to be cute.
Oh, I don't even remember how many kids he's. I know he got one son named Mike Norris.
Yeah, he's got two sons for sure.
Okay.
So, what are their names?
I want to say one of them's name was Mike, but I don't remember.
I feel like one of them is a Mike. Yeah, it's Mike and Eric. So let's see. Can't find a decent picture of Mike. You know, Eric.
Well, hold on a second. Let me welcome somebody to this panel.
Hello there.
Hey,
Durs.
Hey, friends. Can you hear me okay?
Oh yeah.
Cool. How you guys doing?
We hanging out, man.
Yeah. Let me share this baby to the masses and get the juices flowing. Shall we? Get the juices flowing, Cliff. That's a good term, right?
I usually approve of that term. It's if you had any relatives with plastic on their furniture, that's probably why.
Yeah, it is. You got to keep Cliff and the squirters away from those relatives.
Ooh. We got Rich saying hello, all trying to get on shortly. Hello, Kenneth Bird, how you doing? And hello, my nerdy collection. So real quick, since I brought it up, and Durs is here, let's talk about my new favorite Godzilla movie, Godzilla -1.
It's a good movie. Just
Finally
came out in black and... Did you finally watch it?
I watched it last night, dude. It's freaking amazing. I loved it.
Would you guys like to know my total count on how many times I've watched it now?
How many?
7, I think.
Really?
Yeah. So I've seen it in the theaters, and then I seen it as soon as it dropped on Netflix. I watched it just like the theater, full, no subtitles or anything. And then I watched it again in like the natural language, but with English subtitles. So yeah. I watched that, and then I watched it in the American version with the terrible voiceovers.
Yeah.
So that was rough, but it was a different experience. It was nice not having to read anything. You could just watch the movie and appreciate what it was. And then there was the black and white version. So 6 or 7, yeah.
We watched it last night with the dub, and I enjoyed it, but I am going to have to watch the black and white.
I'm pretty sure I've watched it 4 times. So, I think subbed and dubbed, black and white, subbed and dubbed color, I'm pretty sure is my count.
How you doing, Big Lion Cat?
BLC!
Well, I got a few things that, I got 5 questions I'm going to ask later. Just off the wall questions, but
off the wall questions.
Off the wall questions.
I love those.
So first and foremost, I guess we've been talking about Godzilla. Okay, he says hi, Cliff, and hey, Rich.
Hey.
Howdy.
So let's start this conversation by saying.
So, what do you guys want to talk about?
Hey, I saw that guy.
But dude, I can only imagine. See, I've went to like Raws and SmackDowns, but I was fortunate enough back in the day when they did the whole Triple H Stephanie breakup during the wedding. That was in Jonesboro, Arkansas.
Oh, dude, I went to back in the day when Undertaker's what's up, folks? Undertaker heyday, Kane, all the big guys, The Rock, all that kind of heyday, Stone Cold, early mid 90s. I went to a ton of Raws, a ton of SmackDowns because there was one venue a half hour from me that had them all the time. Every other every other month or something, one of the shows would roll around. So I went to a bunch. But none of it. I've been to concerts. I've been to 3 Mac Miller concerts. I went to Warped Tour back in the day with Blink-182, Green Day, all those guys. Nothing was as loud as that stadium when Roman came back. So it was wild.
Oh, I could imagine, dude.
Hi, my little vlogs. Are you at work?
What up?
Are you at work? I was just asking if you're working
Yeah,
today.
I don't know when I can make your show next. It pisses me
It's
off.
okay. I'm skipping out today. Today's the first I've been home. Like
I thought
Friday,
you
I
had a
had.
show today.
I did, but I decided to cancel it. Because I can do those kind of things if I want. That's why I'm here. I want to hang out. But Saturday or Friday, I had a 6-hour drive, and then Saturday I was at a wedding for like 9 hours, like all day. So today's the first I'm able to
You
just
want to
like
hear
chill.
something funny? I think I told this to Tony, and I think I brought it up to you. When we were at the meet and greet for Heroes, I was sitting next to Lady Durs, and I said, "You know who has one of the best friendships on YouTube is you and Tony. You're like."
Cool.
My little
Boys.
vlogs, but like let's get it. Godzilla, Tony. What's the questions, my dude?
Oh no, they're not questions about Godzilla.
Oh, okay.
But I'll go ahead and start with the first random question because I seen these last week and then I hadn't upgraded my StreamYard, so I couldn't play the pictures. So I'll save it for this week. First question is, what movie deserves a sequel but never got one?
Wow, that's
John Carter from Mars, baby.
Oh, I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna agree with that. I'm glad you said that because I've talked about it with Mark a couple times. That is one movie that I remember very vividly, and it got no love whatsoever when it came out.
Okay. This movie is a parody movie. I think it's supposed to get a sequel. Spaceballs. Come on, guys.
I think they're
They
making one
even
right
hinted
now.
at it.
I'm pretty sure they announced that they're making one or something.
Yeah, I think
Okay, that doesn't count then.
John Carter, man.
I don't have
Fire.
one. I don't have one.
Fire.
I think
I need
it's
to
either
watch that.
Is it Amazon or Hulu that's going to do the Spaceball sequel?
One of them? I do know that.
I wouldn't know a good movie that needs a sequel. I just can't think of one on top of my head.
The only one I could think of was Constantine.
That'd be fire too. I would love that. One of my favorite Keanu Reeves movies. Man, so fire. And that was the first time I even got introduced to that character basically at all. I wasn't reading DC Comics whatsoever. And I just started reading DC 2 years ago heavily.
So I'll have to pass. I don't know.
No, if you haven't seen Constantine vlogs, highly recommend it, bro. It's fire.
No, I haven't.
Okay, it's fire, dude.
I can go way back into the well back to 1986 and mention a movie y'all may know about it because y'all heard me talk about it that I think deserved a sequel even though it wasn't the best movie in the world, and that's Trick or Treat.
I mixed feelings on that one. It's okay.
Not the anthology. Not the anthology.
Are you talking about the Michael Myers, the one?
No, I'm talking about Trick or Treat was a movie that came out in '86, I believe. And it starred the guy that played Skippy in Family Ties, and he was idolized this rock star that died, and he was able to bring him back by playing his unreleased record backwards.
Okay. I have to look that up because I was thinking the Trick or Treat. I'm thinking the one with the pumpkin dude that bites the sucker and kills people with it. You know that one.
That one deserves a sequel too. I love that movie.
Sequel, I'm pretty sure.
Well, no, not yet, but
here it is. I see it, Tony. No, I've never even heard of. Ozzy's in that.
Ozzy and Gene Simmons make cameos.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of that.
Ozzy plays a preacher out to destroy the evil of heavy metal.
Huh.
Because
I'm a fan of some cheesy '80s movies for sure.
You probably love it then.
Tony Fields.
I wonder what the next one is.
I actually thought so far of coming up with a fan film where, with the day being the internet, he was able to, by playing that record backwards, anybody that played that song, any songs from that album, he could zip through their house to the electric lines.
Do you want to hear something funny? Is they say if you play Fire on High by ELO backwards, it sounds demented.
Well, I mean,
I don't know if you guys know that song by ELO, but it sounds demented backwards.
Yeah, there's a lot of records like that. Like Pink Floyd's albums were doing that, like Led Zeppelin's back in the day.
But I always thought with today, with digital technology and online, if they was actually to do that with that Sammy Kerr guy, he would be unstoppable. But let's get to the next question. The next question is, name a singer or band you wouldn't go see if you had a free ticket.
Oh, I got this right off the bat. Nickelback, baby. Can't stand them, dude. I can't stand them. What's up, Trev?
Who do I
Let's
dislike?
see. Justin Bieber.
Justin
Still
Bieber.
can't stand him. Still can't stand that sucker.
He was a phenomenon when that hair came out, bro.
It was so annoying. No, still, I get it. He's matured, but no.
This is where I'm gonna say this is where I'm gonna get a lot of flack because I was never a Rush fan.
Yeah, they're definitely iconic, but
Yeah.
a lot of their songs are the same. I do agree.
I would say, yeah, I've made my choice.
Chicago Schultz, he's saying Big Lebowski or
Fire.
Step Brothers.
I thought they were making a Step Brothers. Big Lebowski was fire.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to
The
see a Big
Dude.
Lebowski sequel. I feel like it'd be
The
ruined.
dude.
The dude.
Yeah, everything. At some point, I feel like everything's going to get a sequel just for the money and cash grab. So
easily.
well, let's just we're gonna see it with Beetlejuice. Let's just hope Beetlejuice is good because I don't want to see that get ruined.
No, me neither.
Yeah. There's no particular group I dislike, but those people who those musicians that do.
Oh, like the death metal, screamo, yeah.
Whatever that is, no, absolutely not, never again in life.
Hell, Cliff, back in the 80s, Venom and Rigor Mortis were my jams.
Is that what he sounded like?
Yeah.
Is that what he sounded like?
Yeah.
I grew up going to high school shows because a few of my buddies were in a bunch of bands like that, so I was always out supporting them. But it was a rowdy time.
Cool.
Right. So I went because of a buddy, and
Hello,
you know.
Omni.
What's up,
I was on a show with him.
Harv, just Harv. We were on with him last night with Matt Spidey.
Yep. And I'm still exhausted from that.
Yeah, I was turning into a pumpkin at 12:06. I had to jump.
I didn't leave till 2:30, and do I regret it? Kind of. Do I not regret it? Kind of.
I was trying to join for wedding ambiance, but my connection was spotty in the place. So
Gotcha.
I don't know what I'm gonna do from Terrificon next weekend. I have no clue. I don't know what my reception is gonna be like. I don't know where I'm gonna be at 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't know if it's just gonna be a live stream of
So do this, Cliff. The easiest thing that I do with what I'll do at cons, because if I'm on a live stream, I'll schedule one, but just schedule it private or unlisted. That way, when you can do it and nobody will see it, or anybody with the link will see it. That way, you can go in and kind of test it for a few minutes and see what the quality is going to be like, but nobody will see it because it will be private or unlisted.
I'll Chris the comic vet this shit. I'll record it and just let it roll. You know?
I always like to walk around where the best spots are. That way, if I have to stop and talk to somebody, I know I could be over there or something.
So what we got, Tony?
Well, Frankie Gonzalez says White Russians for breakfast.
Oh, jeez.
That's rough.
All right, third question. It's another music-related question. This is, what's a song you consider absolute masterpiece, start to finish, no second of wasted time, every note just in a perfect spot, every word true?
Under Pressure.
A lot of music.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of that feels that.
A lot of music.
Notice how I'm so ready for these questions.
Yeah, you said Under Pressure, and the first two songs that come to mind for me was Bohemian Rhapsody and Stairway to Heaven.
Stairway to Heaven.
Also
immediately. Stairway to Heaven immediately for me. God,
Stairway to Heaven's great, but it's a song I can never listen to. It's one of the banned songs in my mental head playlist.
No, I love Stairway to Heaven.
Just from listening it so much and playing it on Rock Band. It's one of the banned songs. But man,
Stairway to Heaven. Yep.
There's a lot of. I need to pick something.
Another one that I could think of from Led Zeppelin I love is Kashmir.
Kashmir is a great song.
Yep.
What does the fox say? That's perfect from beginning to end. That's the one.
What does the fox say?
No, man. I'm trying to.
Should never have been made.
I'm gonna look at my Spotify.
And we'll shift it. The fourth question, we'll shift gears to wrestling. I like this one. I wish DVH was here for this, but he's actually at a wrestling show.
I know.
And it is. Name the first wrestler you think of when I say old school.
Oh, unfortunately, it's Hulk Hogan.
So I'm gonna do an impersonation. You may not like it. I think of the Macho Man.
Randy Savage, brother.
Macho Man.
Yeah, I'm going back to the music one. I was just looking at my Spotify, looking at like my hip hop stuff. I gotta go with "Ain't Nothing But a G Thing" by Dr. Dre and Snoop
That's
Dogg.
right. Yeah, it's Macho Man, dude. I love Macho Man. I saw a funny video the other day that made me love Macho Man even more. Dude, it's a guy. It's like 10 dudes on a Zoom call, all dressed as different Macho Mans. They're like, okay, yeah, man, this is the annual meeting of the Macho Man.
Now, for me, I'm going to go territories because that's the best way for me to do it.
Yeah.
Back in the old days, WCCW, it was Kevin and Kerry Von Erich. I was going to say AWA, but I really can't think of nobody from AWA except for the Rockers. Memphis Wrestling was Jerry Lawler and Randy Savage. He started out in Memphis Wrestling. WWE, of course, is going to be Hulk Hogan, Undertaker, Bret Hart, Stone Cold.
Nice.
But like NWA, WCW, it's Ric Flair and the Four Horsemen.
Yeah.
Sting.
Stinger.
Dusty Rhodes.
Yep.
Fire.
Dusty.
For me, like I said, I'm a '90s kid, so I didn't watch wrestling until like '94. But the ones that were like influential to my life were definitely Hogan. But when he was on his NWO era, I wasn't a fan when he was doing his All American thing. Goldberg, Sting, of course, all those WCW guys, early Rock, Stone Cold. So like that was. But if it's anything back, like Ric Flair, everybody says the GOAT. Yeah. I'm going to say it right now as a wrestling fan. Ric Flair is an icon, but there ain't more of a boring man to watch in that ring. And all of his matches from his beginning of his career to his end of his career. But I will say he's had some of the bloodiest, most intense matches of all time. But just like a normal wrestling match, that man will put you to sleep. So Ric Flair, oh man, I hate that. I hate the Ric Flair thing. He's a very boring wrestler.
Yeah.
KBDM mentioned Roddy Piper. Yeah.
Roddy.
He's an icon as well.
And then Adrian Panda Awesome mentioned Bob Backlund.
I saw that, the Bob Backlund. That was way before my time, but again, another legend.
And Trev again with Bruno Sammartino.
Again, before my time, but another absolute legend.
And he said Flair made everyone he wrestled look better. No one else did that. Yeah.
Dude, The Rock did that a lot. There's a couple people that did that a lot, but like, dude, I mean, again, he made everybody better because he was so boring, man. I'm sorry. I have a love-hate relationship with Ric Flair. That's my feeling on him.
Adrian mentions Ricky Steamboat, and that kind of reminded me of last week on Raw.
Another GOAT.
Last week on Raw when Randy and Gunther were having their little thing in the ring, and Orton asked, he said, "Are you ready? Can you do another? Are we going to do another Steamboat versus Savage?" And I was like, "Whoa, okay."
Yeah. I mean, it's different eras. But like just on we'll say charisma, Rock and Flair are one for sure. Like the way they handle the mic, the way they handle the crowd. But if you're comparing wrestling, it's a different style. Flair was the submission guy, the something specialist, submission specialist. So it's different. That'd be like Chris Benoit. He wasn't the greatest wrestler, but he was fun to watch because that type of wrestler with like Dean Malenko and all those kind of guys during that time.
Yeah, terrible
person though, horrible person.
Yeah, I agree. I'll just say I'll give him credit for his wrestling ability, his technical abilities,
right? Like that technical style. You don't see as much of it anymore.
But I was gonna say when I started watching wrestling, I watched it with my grandpa, like in the late '80s, early '90s. It was Ultimate Warrior, because Ultimate Warrior Sting started in Memphis.
He was
Blade Runners. It was Hogan, it was Savage, and then Shawn Michaels with Marty Jannetty as the Rockers, and then him going solo. I've been a Shawn Michaels fan ever since AWA. So I mean,
he's one of my favorites because of DX and everything. So growing up, DX was goated for me.
Pedro Morales and Don Morocco. Yep. Hot Rod. Isn't Flair on your Rushmore? Or are you a wrestling fan?
I said it's a love-hate relationship, man. Again, I acknowledge him 100%. Acknowledge him for what he is, but man, like Like what the only things that I got to watch Flair, because again it was before my time, was a lot of the WCW stuff and like early WWE stuff where he had some of the bloodiest, most intense matches I've ever seen. But at the same time, like he's still not you know he ain't doing much. He ain't power bombing, he ain't choke slamming, he ain't flying off the top turnbuckle or doing anything crazy. You know what to expect. You know what his match is going to be. You're going to get a bunch of chops. So like, I mean, I'd rather be chopped by Ric Flair than Gunther. That's all I'm saying.
I was going to say, growing up for me in the 80s, my introduction to wrestling was Memphis wrestling. I remember going to the Mid-South Coliseum watching Austin Idol and Jerry Lawler take on the Road Warriors when they were kicking everybody's ass and they were undefeated.
I bet that time period was awesome to watch wrestling.
Yeah. But when I was but like I said, I think of Lawler, Road Warriors, Austin Idol, Bill Dundee, Handsome Jimmy Valiant, Randy Savage. These are all like local Memphis guys. I mean, the fabulous ones, Stan Lane and Steve Kerr. Love those guys.
That'd be dope going to some of those smaller shows back in the day and like seeing some of those guys and some of those feuds and stuff. That'd be awesome.
Dude, I watched Rick Rude wrestle Randy Savage in a high school gym in La Panther.
Yeah, like that show would be awesome.
And these guys in the 90s were playing what? Empathy.
Selling out, and then they're selling out stadiums and mainline or headline WrestleManias a few years later, a decade later or whatever.
Yeah. It's much of fun of current wrestling hitting someone with multiple finishers and they get up. Agreed. I agree.
Yeah.
And I'll ask the last question, even though everybody's probably going to roll their eyes. I got to do this just because I love this guy. And the last question is, do you believe in Joe Hendry?
No, I don't, dude. I hate that dude. I didn't even know. Oh, my God. You're going to get me started. You want to get me ranting? I'll cliff rant. So I'm a wrestling fan, but I don't watch NXT, and I don't have I can't watch AEW. So anything going on there, I don't really know. So I've seen that, the believe in Joe Hendry. So I was like, okay, I don't make any opinions. I at least do my research and look into it. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. As like a wrestling fan and a gimmick, it's so dumb, dude. I hope he doesn't come to the WWE because he's going to get laughed out of there. I hate it.
But here's the thing. It's so annoying that it's catching on. Like that song is charting.
He's a decent wrestler. Like I watched him in ring and stuff. So because like I was like, okay, the gimmick's absolutely stupid. Let me see what he's like in the ring. He can wrestle. He's fine in the ring. But God, dude, I hate it. I hate it. Like somebody would be talking in the back and then they say his name. He just like walks in out of the camera. It's like, come on, at least edit it a little better or something. Yeah, Piper's Pit was awesome.
Well, I was going to say, I said his name. We'll see if he appears.
I hate it, dude.
I hate it so much. And like, I don't know how it connected to Steve's role, like of showing up in chats. But, But I hated it so much that I wrote a new slogan for Seabizzle to post when he appears, just to disassociate him from this, because it upset me that much.
Maybe it's the blonde hair, the dyed blonde hair. I don't think that's his real hair. I think he dyes the top of his hair blonde. I think that makes it worse for me. I don't know.
The hair makes it worse for me.
Well, maybe it's a good thing that YouTube won't let me play copyrighted material because y'all get pissed off I played that video.
That's fine. I already know exactly what it is, but good for him. At the end of the day, I'm not a hater. It's not for me. I just don't like it. But I know what it is for wrestling. If you got the crowd control, if you can get the crowd excited, that's all you need at the end of the day.
I believe he was. I think it was Chris Van Fleet was interviewing him about the song, and he wrote the song himself because he was a musician before he was a wrestler. And he said, because Chris said something like, "Hey man, I can't get that song out of my head." He said, "That's the idea."
Stupid.
but the whole clapping thing at the beginning, he said he got that idea about was it "We'll Rock You" by Queen.
Oh,
that little stamp. He said just gets in your head. Because I remember when the first time I saw the video and the song, and I was like, "Is he really playing guitar?" And then I found out he was a musician. Yes, he was playing guitar. He wrote the song. So anyway, those were my 5 questions.
Oh, damn it. I heard his real accent, and now he's mildly attractive. Shit.
Oh, so.
Oh, he uses an accent for wrestling.
Yeah.
I hate it even more now. He keeps digging more holes.
But I heard. Wait. He uses a fake accent for wrestling, so the Scottish accent is real. Like it says, he's born in Scotland, so it's got to be real.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
accent's
so it's gotta
real.
be. It's gotta be
Yeah.
real. That's what. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so then I retract that statement. But I'm not a fan of it. I think gimmick is fine. Whatever. If it works for you, it works for you. It's just I'm not a fan of it.
6'2", 231 pounds.
Yeah, he's a big dude. He is a big dude. Like I said, he's good. He's good. His in-ring abilities are solid. So we'll see what happens with it.
Oh, I would love to test those in-ring abilities.
I'm sure you would, Cliff.
Well, now that we're done with the 5 questions, this is something I should have did at the beginning. I'm going to take, the video says 55 seconds to give a shout out. This is the return of Comiverse Community Shoutouts. I'm shouting out my bros this week, and we're going to get into that. I think there's 8 channels. If you're not subbed up to these people, sub up, give them a sub, follow their content. They make awesome stuff, and 3 people just happen to be in this chat. So we will play that. I just want to give a special thank you to my homies that, this last couple months I've been going through a rough patch, and you guys helped me get through it, and all my family and friends who are not online, I thank you as well. And we're going to move, I'm going to get through it.
Got you, dude.
And it's still, like the thing with my brother, it's still, it's been almost 2 months, and I'm still waiting for him to come through the door and want to borrow the car. It's not ever going to go away. But I know I'll get through it. I know he's in a better place. We'll say hi to Phil, and you're welcome, Trev. And thanks again for prize tagging me for Brian's giveaway. That was cool.
Awesome.
And I've got some new comic book day pickups that I can show. I picked 20 books because, man, when you don't go to the comic book store in 6 weeks, it adds up.
Oh, it does it up.
Yes.
But, y'all got anything y'all want to show off before I get started, or?
No, I'm good. I'm sad I'm gonna have to go in 20 minutes. I definitely wanted to talk about the anatomy of a superhero, but I bet we'll wrap around it to some other time.
Oh yeah,
I got this. Did you? This trade came out. This is actually the first part of anything Ghost Machine universe, the Blizzard.
Yeah.
Part. See how it has the unnamed in it, and it definitely has some familiar characters in it. I don't want to spoil the end. It's been out for a long time. These came out, and shout out to Mark. And I didn't even know about this with all the Ghost Machine, but the Image First books that came out like a couple of years ago. Each issue had a short story from this entire trade. So this trade came out last week, and this was like the only thing. Yeah, the only thing. So this is actually, if you look on, where's it at? Yeah, if you ever seen, if you're reading any Ghost Machine stuff, it says The Monster is Made, 1944. That's this book. So.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yep.
Well, before I show my stuff off, we could, since Boggs is here, we could go ahead and get into the subject matter of the.
No. You can go do it later. It's
all right. Hold on, Cliff. There you go. That is amazing.
If anyone missed my video yesterday, my Comics and Coffee with Cliff, this came in my AOK from SPT. So shout out to Horace. Shout out to Spidey's Powdered Tumblers. Go visit him on Instagram. Go get yourself a Tumblr. This is so freaking amazing. I can't get over it. The other thing he sent me that was super, super amazing, this Mark Jewelers issue of Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man.
Nice. Cool. That is nice.
You can watch yesterday's episode and watch me just be floored over and over while I'm talking to Bleeker. But yeah, that's my big thing to show off this week. And the Neil Adams of it all.
Well, okay. Trev says, was about to ask you the theme and say your name, Durs.
Yeah, bro. Like I said, I'm not feeling it today. Friday, I had a 6-7 hour car ride, so I had to meet my mom to get some birthday gifts and some stuff for my son. She lives in Kentucky, so I met her in Cincinnati. So worked all day, drove straight there, and came back. And then yesterday I was at a wedding for all day from 3 to got home at 10, 11 o'clock. So I'm just chilling today. I got a couple of videos to film, so no live stream today, man.
That's cool. Well, I'm going to show mine. The first 3 are books I've already read, and I showed these yesterday on DVH's channel. I got the first issue of Nice House on by the Sea. It was okay. I read it again, and I as I said in DVH's show, I said I find it lacking, but I could not tell you exactly what. I don't know what it is that I find lacking. To me, it seems people may disagree with me. To me, it seems like a retread of the first story, but from a different angle.
I didn't read the first one, so I'm not. I have no idea what's going on with that one.
Where, in the first one, Walter handpicked the people that was going to be at the Nice House on the Lake. This one, he saw a few people, and he did ask the question, but he did. I guess it was just sporadic. He just picked some people, and I guess going into it, they knew that the world was going to end or something. So, and Legion says he disagrees, but I'm going to keep reading it. So we'll see. Mark's going to give me hell. Yeah, I read issue 2 and 3 of Kanto. I'm still enjoying this. Pretty cool. I think issue 4, when it comes out, will end this whole saga with the Shrouded Man. That's going to be pretty cool. Now, on to agree with Cliff. Okay, so I finally added this to the pool. Durs has been doing it for a while. And this is The Walking Dead Deluxe number 93. And the reason
Whoa. That's a deep rabbit hole, man. I haven't read a single issue while you're doing it.
No. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it. All I'm saying is the reason why I started collecting with this set is because I know 100's coming up, and I wanted the Negan issues.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's a rabbit hole, and I didn't think I'd be where I'm at today, and I'm looking at a whole short box of whatever issue we're on today, and I haven't read a single one. So be careful. It's a slippery slope.
One day, Durs, you're going to go on a nice quiet vacation, and you're going to read the whole box.
But here's the thing. Through trades and stuff, I've read the first 30, 40 issues leading up to with the governor. So
how many times I've seen the collected trades and everything for a fraction of the price of what I'm doing. But I realized that at about issue 50 or 60, I was just like, man, I should have just went out and got the trades. And then I'm just like, well, at this point, I've already got all floppies, so let's just continue it.
Not talking about.
No, I wasn't telling him to not spoil it because I know the whole story. I was telling him to be careful because I fell into that rabbit hole a long time ago, and it's a slippery slope.
Well, I've got some of the trades, so I don't know if I'm going to get every issue. I just want to get the Negan ones.
Okay. Well, at least I know some cool covers are coming up then.
Yeah. I haven't read this one yet. I'm looking forward to it, but I got issue 2 of Fallen in Love on the Path to Hell.
It's fire.
That's pretty cool. And here's some for Durs. I got Gunslinger.
Nice. It's been mid, but I'm hoping it gets better.
And
Scorch is fun, though.
And another Gunslinger because I'm 2 issues behind. This is what happens when, 6 weeks. King Spawn.
That's been phenomenal.
I love this cover, Spawn 355.
Spawn's been good, too.
And I'm kind of curious about this one, Durs. I don't know if you read it. I'm sure you did. It's the Spawn. It's the Spawn kills every Spawn.
Yes, and shout out to the artist to that because I did my nightly reads, and then afterwards he reached out and messaged me, and we were talking for a while and shared some links and like told him about the community, do my plugging thing, and he was a really really cool dude, and he super appreciated it. So I think Dan Sketchcraft or whatever, but that book is so fun. So many Easter eggs in it, dude.
I don't know why. I'm normally a cover A guy, but for some reason I wanted that one.
That's the one I got. I got that in the blank.
I'm number one. Okay, y'all heard me talk about death in the family, so y'all knew I was going to get this one.
Nice.
Robin Lou.
I'm hoping it all gets better. All Spawn readers since.
Nah, dude, it's better. No. Hang on. I was talking about Gunslinger. Gunslinger's mid. King Spawn and Spawn, they've been solid for a while. Probably since like issue. I'd say since like everything new started since like issue like 300. It's been really really solid.
Justin.
You
Okay.
know the Justin joke, right?
No.
All right. So on Only Slabs yesterday, Old Wolf was on, and he may have had a couple of drinks to loosen up before the show. And he pulled up these 2 Jang autographed Invincible Iron Mans, and he goes, "You know why I got these?" And everyone's like, "No, why?" "Because of Justin." And it's like, Justin Birch, the letterer? No, Justin from Legion of Comics. He loved this guy. That's why I bought these. And so watch that episode because it's absolutely fabulous. But that said, also we've been calling Mark Justin for the rest of the weekend. There you have it.
Justin.
Nice.
So I've heard a lot of people say that they didn't care for this, but I went ahead and got 3 covers for X-Men #1. I got this one. I hadn't read it yet, but of course
too early to tell.
I had to spring for some variants. So I went ahead and got the.
Everybody's favorite variant of that comic.
Well, they probably all got that one too.
And everyone's other favorite variants of that comic.
Yeah. I only got the one, the Magic.
I'm really looking forward to reading this Nemesis Rogues Gallery.
Same, man. I haven't got to read it either, but Mark will vouch. I'm sure it's fire.
And then I've got issue 2 in the bag, but I got issues 2 and 3 of Scarlet. I know a lot of people haven't really cared.
I'm out. I'm out, man. It's the first. I'll say it here first. It's the first Energon book I'm dropping. I have issue 1, 2, and 3, and I'm waiting for issue 3, and then it's off my pull list. It's not doing it for me.
Okay.
Destro's next. Destro might be the next one. I don't get the G.I. Joe references like most people would. That might be my problem.
I was going to say, speaking of G.I. Joe, the would you call this the non-Energon book 308?
I dropped that like 2 or 3 issues ago, but it was solid.
I'm enjoying the whole zombie thing, but I mean,
I liked it too, but it was part of the purge.
Hey, Rich, how you doing, brother?
What's up, guys? Sorry, better late than never.
Rich.
Mark says he wears that name proudly.
Justin?
Wait, which is only 5 issues? What book were we just talking about?
Oh, that was he's talking about Destro and Scarlet.
Oh, if Scarlet's only 5, yeah, you're right. Thanks for that tip, man. Yeah, you're right. Might as well stick it out.
And he's right. Not Club starts in 2 weeks.
I didn't read that. I need to read the first volume.
Sell the set then. Trev says sell the set. Okay. Take Prime says hashtag we're Justin.
Yeah.
All right, I got a few more. Got the new Void Rivals. Like I said, these are all books I haven't read. Dude, I got a stack of 40-something books.
Void Rivals has been solid. It's like the glue holding all the Energon stuff together.
I'm going to show this again. I got Transformers number 10. Now, this one has the prestigious honor for me personally. I have the CLZ app. This was entry number 6,000 for my collection.
Nice.
So that was pretty cool.
It's a lot of paper.
Yeah, it is a lot. Got the latest 2 issues of Conan the Barbarian. I'm loving Conan, and I don't know what I did with it, but I got the actual issue 3 of Savage Sword of Conan. I didn't know that was only going to be 6 issues, and I'm going to finish it with Something's Killing Children number 39.
Yeah,
Jenny.
Nice cover.
That's what I got too.
And I'm pre-ordering all the Jenny covers so far for this.
Yeah.
I think I missed was it 36 or something, but.
Same. I have no idea what that book is half the time because they're all virgin, so I don't even know what issue is. But I just pull all Jenny covers.
Legion says pull all Miller World books.
Yeah, I know. I was late to the game, bro. Come on, I'm trying to catch up.
Trev says he dropped Void Rivals.
Really?
Hello,
Sup,
fellow comment nerds. Hey, Signature King. Leave. People praise that Conan. I love it. I mean, my thing about Conan is it reminds me of the 80s series in a way. And they just wrapped up the storyline where he went back in the past and teamed up with Cole. I thought that was pretty cool.
I've got to go back to work. See you guys later.
All right,
Bye,
brother.
Ron.
Thanks for
Great
hanging
day,
out,
player.
Vogs. You have a good
See
one.
you guys. Sucks I'm missing the topic, but I'll
It's all
probably
good,
just
man.
see you guys another time.
Catch it on the replay.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the best, Something's Killing the Children. Yep. I always, in my videos, when I do new comic book day hauls, I always say that if I get a spawner or something that's killing the children, I'm a happy guy. And I am. So, guys, do we want to talk about, anybody else got anything they want to show off before we move on?
Nah.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right, Rich.
I showed these off last night on Spent Spidey's, but I'll do them again anyway. So these were Instagram claim sales. Miss Marvel 5.
Oh,
Nice. I got
Almost got the
vision.
whole series. 12.
hell. Ooh.
I have the important ones. I have 1 and 18 and all that stuff. This one's cool, man. I'm happy to have this.
I love that. The West Coast
46.
Avengers.
That's dope.
Yeah. That's the Mr. Immortal Great Lake Avengers issue. We got Cap 133, Silver Age Captain America.
Nice. Ooh.
And this is my big one of the group. Last one. ASM 78.
Oh, hell yeah.
First Prowler. So it's like to have that one.
I don't have too many.
Miles' uncle.
I don't have. I was gonna say I don't have too many cool videos, but I'll play this one.
Groovy.
That was a cool video. What are you talking about? I like that one. Give yourself some credit, man.
So before we get into the subject of anatomy of a superhero, I'm gonna rant a minute. And
I love rants.
you love rants. Well, this one is something that I saw, and I went ahead. I should have went ahead and bought it, and I've talked about it in the private chats. Everybody who's ever seen the cover of Savage She-Hulk #1 with the white background, you know,
Dude, you should have bought it. I can't believe you didn't buy it.
I don't know. I was
Even
just
if it was $5, I would have
I
bought
was so
it.
pissed off I didn't buy it. But I'm flipping through the dollar books, and that was the first book, and I'm looking at a Savage She-Hulk #1 in the dollar bin, mid-grade copy, and somebody took a black magic marker, black Sharpie, and colored in the white background. And I told my buddy Brandon, who runs that shop, said, you know what, somebody should be executed for this.
It was all colored in, like
It
with
was
a
all
Sharpie.
colored in with a black Sharpie. It was so cool.
I would have still bought it. Why not?
I
probably should
It's just something unique, something different, something random for $1. Who cares?
I could have probably got some of that marker out.
Well, I made a joke because I got a buddy that cleans and presses that lives close to me, and I said, I'm gonna send it to him and say, hey, dude, you think you can turn this into a 9.8? But so y'all, let's talk about the anatomy of a superhero, and we're not talking about. I mean, I'm not talking about superhero parts, but I mean, if y'all want to, we all know.
I just happen to enjoy them.
We all know an origin story, like, you know, Peter got bit by the spider, yada yada yada. But what do y'all think, in your opinions? And we'll start. You know, anybody can start. What do you think drives a hero to decide to be a hero? Like, Peter Parker became Spider-Man when he got bit by the spider, but he didn't actually become a hero until he didn't stop the crook, and the crook killed his uncle. See what I'm saying?
You know, that's like a loaded question. It's like, what kind of person are they? That's what drives them to be a hero. If they're a good person, they're a hero. If they're a bad person, they get powers, they're a villain. It's, I guess, more, you know, how they get the powers, why they get the powers, that type of thing is kind of the cool part, I think. Like, not every origin story is the same. They're all over the place.
Yeah, you know me. I'm going to talk about Spawn's origin story just like that. Like, yeah, we all know Spider-Man, Superman's, all those, the good guy, the bad guy. But Spawn, he was just straight up murdered, made a deal with the devil, had to come back to save his wife, so he had no choice. You know, that's why he was basically a hero or anti-hero or anything. But in comics, like, it's basically like, it's those, defining moments is what they're called, I guess, is what the hero calls them. Those defining moments that makes them the hero that you always hear about, those iconic moments or whatever.
Well, see, so like Spider-Man is a great example of a defining moment, right? Spider-Man is basically a teenage selfish prick just trying to save money, win these wrestling matches. And when this guy is getting robbed, he's like, oh, yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter, right? And then, but then it matters. Trev said it, Superman is raised right. Superman has a strong moral compass. And I have a lot of beefs with Superman's portrayal. I really feel strongly that it's the Kents raising him that really makes Superman Superman.
Just a quick interjection. Was there ever an alternate universe where like he was raised like wrong or like evil to be like evil?
There was one where his ship went to Apocalypse.
Okay.
And in that Elseworld, Highfather gets his hand on him at the end in like the last chapter, and then like
is that an evil Superman? And if so, which Superman is that from the different universes?
That one's called Superman, Son of Darkseid.
Okay.
But when Highfather gets his hands on him, he cleanses him, and then of course he's the good guy at the end of that story. There's the one where his ship lands, speeding bullets. His ship lands.
Red Sun. Yep.
In, Red Sun. He lands in in Russia. And he's like, oh my God, Stalin is a horrible, manipulative person this whole time. But Superman speaks bullets. He lands in Gotham City, and Batman's parents raise him.
Okay.
And then when they're murdered, the night that they're murdered, he lashes out with heat vision for the whole time.
Wow.
And then let's see what else we got with Superman landing in weird. Superman the nail, because the nail that the Kents would ride over, causing them to turn over to the side of the road and find him. It doesn't happen for lack of a nail. So he crash lands in that field, and an Amish family finds him and raises him. So the entire world starts moving forward. Wonder Woman is the leader of the Justice League, right? And she's the emblem of American heroism, whether she likes it or not, when they slowly start to discover Superman. The Nail Part 2 was nowhere near as good as the Nail Part 1. Highly recommend the first one.
Just curious, because there's Superman's same thing was one of those characters that I haven't dove a lot into a lot of stories. So there's a lot of information I missed. So it's always nice because I think that'd be interesting for somebody like me to read more of an evil side of Superman.
Yeah.
Well, I want the evil side of Superman. You go read the Tom Taylor's Injustice, which heavily covers Superman losing his shit. You know.
Because I liked him in Injustice. I was going to say Injustice. I loved him in Injustice when he goes wild. I've watched all that animation, played all those games. I have all the trades for Injustice. It's one of my favorite series.
They need to make an Injustice 3 for PS5, man.
I'm sure.
Yeah, that'd be dope. An updated one. That would be dope. Xbox cross-platform. We're all gamers.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm pretty sure. This whole tangent I'm on is just to say that whether it's internal or external, the first component is some sense of empathy and morality, right? In Spidey's case, it was external. In Superman's case, it's upbringing. Right. It's an event for Spider-Man.
Conscience.
It's upbringing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right. I was thinking of characters like Daredevil. He had his accident, he got his senses, but do you think he would have become a hero if his dad hadn't been murdered?
Yeah.
I still think so. I think that was just again his defining moment in comics. That those characters needed that. So at some point, having those powers and being the type of person, because I feel like you're, like Cliff was saying, you're basically born a hero. Even if you don't have the powers, even if you don't have, we're all some type of person when we're born. We're raised right. We can be that type of person. You can be molded into that type of person. But some people are naturally evil. Some people are naturally better than other people at things, you know, that moral compass, that conscience and everything. So like, that's what makes people, you know, a supervillain or a superhero, those defining moments to me.
I was gonna say, yeah. Look at somebody like you said, Durs. Look at somebody like Steve Rogers, who was born with a frail body, and he went out of his way to join the army during the war because he hated bullies.
Yeah, he was already born a hero, like that character like that for sure.
So I mean,
but I mean, there's a lot of components. But yeah, the hero puts the interest of others before their self-interest. And the villains are driven by their self-interest and are basically like, why are you standing in my way? This is my path to greatness, you know?
Yeah, it's true. So
what's the next anatomy question?
I don't know. I'm thinking of questions from all rest that I can't say. So
all right. So we've covered empathy. We've covered moral compass.
Who's got the best buns? That's my question.
Well, it's Nightwing, and we don't even have to ask that. It's Nightwing and Spider-Man, Peter Parker, all day and all night. All right. Then when we're going to get technical, we bring in Captain America, even though he doesn't celebrate it enough. Right. And then when we get into the ladies, it starts with Catwoman and Black Cat. They're like right at the peak. All right. And then we go into Rogue and Psylocke right after that. The fact that I'm so heterosexual, I'm so not heterosexual, and I have this locked down is just a shame.
I see my tone on it is I like a little thickness. So like Spidey, you know, Nightwing, there's got to be a little bit more meat on the bone to me.
There's plenty of meat on Spidey and Nightwing.
Well, I'll give it to Nightwing. Nightwing definitely does the squats, but Spidey, he's a scrawny dude, man. I don't know about
scrawny dude with a fine ass. Listen, do not sleep on our short king, especially when you're on the boundary between short king, tall king yourself. All right.
Right. Yeah, I'm right at the cusp. You're right. I'm right at the cusp, man. I'm barely 5'10". Like I decided to really stretch to be 5'10".
So you saying Durst could cosplay as Wolverine?
Nice.
No, he's not. He's just simmering.
I could be the first one from the cameos, like the comic accurate one. Yeah.
We should have gotten Daniel Radcliffe Wolverine in that movie. We should have gotten him as a cameo. Although Calverine was phenomenal, and I can't remember the last time anyone.
I am seeing it like right on the cusp. Right on the cut, we were right on the cusp of Robert Downey Jr. having a cameo that he just didn't like sign. Like the contract was in, all the money was there, he just never signed it. So
for a minute there, I thought Rich was like, "I gotta go."
Hey,
there we go.
Wolverine, man.
There you go.
With the claws and everything.
Dressed up for Halloween once at work, and then somebody photoshopped that and gave it to me. I thought it was funny.
I think that's great. That's lovely.
And it's funny because I haven't watched Deadpool and Wolverine, but I've had most of it spoiled for me already. So
you haven't watched it, dude? Hang on.
Okay.
I'm broke.
Tony, I know that life is really hard right now, and that things are really. But listen,
there's a lot of DMs to open, man. I sail the seas pretty well.
That's
all I'm saying.
You need this, Tony. When a movie like this comes around, you need to go to Google to find the cheapest place to see it. You need to switch to ramen noodles for the week, and then go and see the damn movie.
Well, tell my family to
donate plasma, donate blood. You know, those are like whatever, man.
That's right, Tony. If you donate plasma, you probably could have bought yourself a matinee ticket.
It is not cheap to go to the movies. I will vouch for that. He is right. He is right. You could have jumped on the Discord and watched it. I can't figure out the app, or else I would have been in there.
Yeah, I'm with you, Durs, man.
But here's the thing.
Dude, I'm a gamer too. I can't figure out Discord. I suck.
I'm still looking forward to it. So I mean,
that's all that matters, man. And I mean, at this point, it's past spoilers.
I saw when I seen Channing Tatum. I mean, think about it. All those years ago, when they said Channing was going to play Gambit, I was like, no. And I didn't understand it. But then when
Kills
I seen the video, I went, dude, he got that down. Okay.
Yeah, he
Did you
kills
see
it,
Oh,
man.
I'm gonna make a meme of myself right here.
Yeah.
See the video of him training to be Gambit.
Yeah.
My soul soared. My dick hardened. I was so excited. It
So
was
I'm about to start talking, or I'm gonna start dealing.
I saw a video or a clip where he says something and my jaw dropped. I went, I can't believe he said that.
well, first of all, he's from Louisiana, so like
I didn't know that.
bitch, he better
Yeah.
nail it. You know?
Yeah.
Because I've heard people go, well, I couldn't understand his Cajun accent. I went, have you ever talked
Good.
to a real Cajun? Have you ever talked
Have
to
you
a real
ever
Cajun?
watched? Have you ever watched X-Men '97 without the subtitles on and Gambit's talking? It's rough, man.
I was like, have a linguistic adventure with a real Cajun. I mean,
Facts. I agreed. It's a thick accent, man.
I felt the same way, Trev, and I felt it then, and I felt it when his shirt popped off. Those were spectacular.
Yeah, I watched it twice as well, and you know my stance on going to the movies. I absolutely hate it, and I went twice. So
That's
And I was-
funny. I have very different experiences in the movies than other people. I'm not saying I don't ever have a bad movie experience, but for me, it's rare to have a bad movie experience.
I've always disliked, even as a kid, like growing up, I was never a fan because, like, to me, there's nothing worse than going to a movie and being there for 2.5, sometimes 3 hours, whatever, and having somebody right behind you, somebody in front of you, maybe sometimes next to you, depending on where you're going, people talking, people being loud, eating loud, rappers. Like, and as I got older, like, I got to have less and less patience for all that. So I really hate going to the movies anymore.
For me, number one, 90% of the time, immediately, I can't tolerate children.
Okay, same.
Which is funny because when I went to go see Captain Marvel, there was this gorgeous man there who smelled like a god among men, with his 2 little daughters who were so adorable. And the whole time I'm sitting there and I'm just watching, and I'm like, these girls love this movie so much. And I'm like, and their father's so hot. Why is life unfair? But still, it was nice. No one disrupted me. And a lot of times, if I'm going alone, I pick the top row because it doesn't bother me to be at the top. And there's no one behind me, and there's extra leg room. It is the kingly place to be for large men. And of course, if Mattel had only been a full freaking citizen, I could have crossed something off of my list. But no, it's not crossed off my list because one little misdemeanor and your ass could be deported. Not fair.
I don't know. That's just how I feel, and it's super expensive. At the end of the day, it's really expensive. If you're going with let's say you got 2 kids, your girlfriend, your wife, whatever, you.
See, this is what I'm talking about. You know what? I was like, self-care, bitch. Go alone. $7 down the road. $7 down the road. $5 popcorn. $4 soda if I feel like splurging. But you know my pants are big because my hips are large and I'm full of heart. And I can fit the chimichanga in one pocket and the can of Coke in the other, and I do just great.
Oh yeah, let's go around the horn. You guys going to the movie theaters? Are you stopping at the dollar store beforehand and getting candy and maybe a drink or anything, and taking that into the movie theater? Because I'm 100% doing it if I remember every time.
I will say this: I have been known to do that during the winter when I'm wearing my jacket.
Yeah.
I do that. I do that shit 90% of the time, unless of course you're going to give me a popcorn bucket that passes as a fleshlight. Then I'm gonna make the investment.
I don't do the candy thing at movies, man, but I have to have movie theater popcorn. It's just something about it.
Now,
I agree.
the cheap ass movie theater has phenomenal popcorn. Phenomenal. And I love it because I haven't been banned from this one, but the other one I might be banned from, so I don't even mess around because their manager is a total Karen. But the owner of both theaters is a monster, so I am a little bit worried. But everyone here,
I need to dial back. Why have you been banned from the one theater? I want to know that story.
Dude,
if you're comfortable sharing.
Don't tell me it's like a Pee Wee Herman type thing.
because we hear, and this is me, and this is not me not speaking as Cliff. This is me now speaking as Cliff, a member of the Council of Comics. We at the Council of Comics believe in vlogging theater experience. And we presented ourselves with honesty at the door to Captain Karen herself, to be harassed throughout the entirety of our watching John Wick. Then Sam had to go like a child in a detention program at high school to go and get his little camera thingy back. She was snapping.
Oh, they took it. They took it from him.
She took it. She was a total Karen. And don't worry, we're gonna get to the part where she was full Karen and I'll go full Hulk. Because remember, the three faces of angry Cliff are Hulk Cliff, Magneto Cliff, Dark Phoenix Cliff. Hulk Cliff.
Well, I showed that one, but Trev, I saw your comment. I just don't know if I can show that one.
That was funny.
No, there are no milk duds in my butt crack because I don't believe in that. I respect chocolate, all right? So I don't fuck around, all right? Now, that said, so movie theater Karen finally gives him his little rig back. We go outside just to record. Oh, shit!
There it is. There he is.
We go outside to record our reaction to freaking John Wick. And this bitch appears out of nowhere, okay? Full Karen appears out of nowhere. And she goes, you don't respect me or anything. And the two of them start going at it, and I'm just letting it happen because I think it's ridiculous. But she goes, oh, but I could have called the police. And I was like, no, we are done here. And I threw my arm down between them. I said, have a good day. We're done. I'm very sorry. Grabbed Sam by the shoulders and ran like the rhino back to our cars. And Sam's like, I'm not done. And I'm like, yes, we are. And I'm like, we're leaving. We're leaving. So we've never been back since. Never.
That's wild.
Damn.
That's wild. I'm glad. Yeah, I had to touch on that because that was wild.
So I don't know that I'm banned, but I also don't want to go and find it.
Agreed. I would not be going back to that theater either.
Nah.
But like a true Karen, she had to say, well, I could have called the police.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Nah, that's not cool.
So, by the way, does that qualify me as in the Anatomy of a Hero content?
Yeah, maybe.
or just a really good guest star on Seinfeld. I don't know.
No movie for you.
Right?
For real.
That is the vibe. That is the vibe. I think it's so funny that Sam's like, why is Cliff streaming? It's like, oh, he's telling the story.
Okay, I'm going to play this little clip because of everything that Cliff went through. I think this fits. So we're going to go with this.
Come on, you fuckers think that just because a guy reads comics he can't start some shit? I'll fucking take all you want.
That's appropriate.
It's funny.
Oh, you know.
Oh my God. Oh,
See, my theater experiences are very tame compared to that.
They are. And I mean, I that's it. My theater experiences are, let me find my seat. Let me get comfortable. Let me lift that little bar up so that my fat ass will fit properly. Let me make sure my legs are tucked so people can move past me properly. You know, let me not try to be a fat, intrusive bastard while I'm here having a good time. And usually it's a good time. You know, we laugh together, we cry together, we cheer together. It's a lovely experience. And then sometimes this shit happens and you wonder why.
I want to go to, I remember DJ was talking about the theater he goes to in his area or whatever. Yeah, where you can, like, on your app, you can, like narc people out. Like, if they're talking or got their phone out or whatever, you can, like complain on their seat and security will come in and, you know, tell them to stop talking or escort them out. That's the one I need to be in because I'm sorry if I'm paying all that money. I'm going to Karen you. You better shut the hell up.
First of all, I can't believe I'm telling you how I was violated by Karen, and then you turn around and be like, I will Karen you at the theater. That's how much I don't like the theater.
Nah, dude, that's why I hate the theater, man. That's why I don't go. I know better. I know better than to put myself like I'm smart. Like I don't want to because I've been like, yo, bro, you guys just shut up. Like, come on, man. Like, I've done that in the theater, and then if you tell somebody to do that, they're just going to be louder. So at the end of the day, you know,
So
I only go to the theater if I have to. Is really what it is.
Many years ago, around 2009 or 10. 2009 is when Incredible Hulk came, or The Hulk came out with Edward Norton.
2008, I think.
Yeah.
Right. So 2008. So we grew. A bunch of us go as a group from the comic book store, and one of our buddies works in direct care. Right. So he gets a phone call during the Hulk. Right. And now, of course, anyone who takes a phone call in a movie theater is a scumbag to begin with. But
Agreed.
Worse that the scumbag is amongst our friends. So the first people to turn on him in the movie theater are his own friends. We're like, Marcus, you need to shut the hell up. Marcus, what the hell are you doing? Marcus, you need to take that phone call out of here. No, and we chased him. The people who brought him chased him out the door.
See, Cliff, that's where those warm milk duds would have came in handy. You could have just been like, knock it off. Get off that phone.
I don't know. You know, he's Puerto Rican. He would fight me. It would be bad. You don't want Hulk versus Blob taking place in the middle of the movie theater. Yeah. And the other day, someone almost brought Magneto Hulk out of me. You do not want to see him. That one is scary. That one will flip the cars in the parking lot and light them on fire and ask questions later.
Ooh. Damn.
And Dark Phoenix Cliff is, you know what? I keep giving you chances. The human race continues to fail me. Let me burn all of you from the earth, minus a core few that I will use to reboot.
Oh, wow. Okay. Hold on.
Everybody got that?
Maybe that was inappropriate.
Drive-in
that was
theater,
perfect.
man. That's cool. Wish I still had those around here.
We have 2 out here, or
Where?
maybe even 3.
Pick me.
Where are you at, Cliff? You're in like Rockland County or something?
No, I'm in Ulster County, but Dutchess County is literally across the river, and there's 3 over there. One of them is 20 minutes from my house, and which means it's 2 minutes from my job. And it's the same freaking owners again, who I don't really like, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do because the driving is cheap and the popcorn is good.
Okay.
It's always a double feature. My last double feature at the drive-in was Bob's Burgers, followed by Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, damn.
Now that's a double feature.
My last drive-in experience was when, I'm not sure, I'd have to Google it, but whenever Pineapple Express came out, I think it was 2008 or 9, because that was like the year I graduated. And I remember me and 2 of my buddies, and again, just for YouTube purposes, I live in Ohio, so this is all legal for me to talk about. We sat and from opening credits to end credits, nonstop smoked and just clam baked our car the entire time during Pineapple Express.
So I'm going to date myself. The last drive-in movie I went to was The Deadpool with Clint Eastwood.
Oh, wow.
That's like
Wait a minute. There's only one Deadpool I know, and he's a merc with the mouth. No, I know that movie.
Well, Rich, if it makes you feel any better, I think that was probably one of the last drive-in movies I went to see as well. Was the Deadpool.
Back in the day.
Yep. Explosive remote control cars.
Yep. I remember that.
That was cool. Well, guys, y'all got anything I want to talk about? Anything else?
By the way, I'm gonna find a nice home for these. I got these really cool coasters from SPT.
Ooh.
But as we know, I am not the wrestling fan, so I'm gonna figure out a way to get a nice home for these.
Cool.
Watch some wrestling, Cliff. You'd enjoy it. It's entertainment value.
No.
Well, this is how I explain wrestling to anybody.
You don't
Do you
have
enjoy
to.
it? No, this is it. This is it. Do you like movies? Do you like TV? Yes or no?
Yeah, sure.
That's what wrestling is. That's all it is a movie or TV.
But it's a lot of things that I don't like at the same time.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
So
That's just my easiest explanation to it.
Listen, I've tried everything. I've tried following gay wrestlers. I've tried following wrestlers that support gays. You know, I just tried.
At least I appreciate the effort. If that
You know, I tried following wrestlers who, you know, just are attractive to gay people. So and the thing is like, you know, I get enough soap opera out of my comic books.
Yeah, you're right.
Actually, I don't think he was, Schultze. He said, wasn't Gene Simmons the villain in the Deadpool? I don't believe he was. I thought
a greasy-looking dude. I just can't remember who he was.
All I remember,
Deadpool.
Didn't that have Liam Neeson in it?
Wow, maybe.
Because I do remember it was one of the very first appearances in film of Jim Carrey. Because he played the rock star at the beginning of it that OD'd or got killed.
Liam Neeson is in it, and Jim Carrey is in it.
Yep. Jim Carrey was in it. No shit.
Oh my God, Patricia Clarkson was young. Oh my goodness.
Who was the villain?
Well, I know Liam Neeson played the director of the movie they were making, and Jim Carrey played the actor that was supposed to be in the movie. He looked like a rock star or something. And I also remember they played "Welcome to the Jungle" by Guns N' Roses.
Welcome to the jungle.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think the band makes a cameo in a bar appearance. I might be wrong on that one.
Yeah, but my thing with wrestling is I watch or follow too many things. I just can't add another one. Like with all the boxing,
I'm there too.
I watch
I
UFC, football.
Just jump on my train, man, and I just will try and follow it all. I watch so many shows and gaming. I don't even try and talk about gaming because that's a whole nother outlet that I have 50 different things I'm trying to follow and do. So like, it's tough, man. That's why I'm not live streaming today because I need to catch up on things. Like it's just the nature of the beast.
Well, I was going to say,
David Hunt is the villain in the Deadpool.
Okay. I was going to say with me in wrestling, I've been watching since I was a kid, and to quote a very popular phrase from The Godfather, every time I think I'm out, they pull me back in. So, I mean, I'm really looking forward to seeing Gunther take on Randy Orton at Bash at Berlin. Somewhat interested in Cody and KO. I don't know. I don't know about that one. But
you think they're going to fight Cody and KO?
Yeah, Cody and KO have a match for the title at Bash at Berlin.
That's random. When did that happen?
It happened on SmackDown.
Oh, I guess I need to watch that after the stream, huh?
Yeah, because Cody said he wanted to give him a title shot, and at first Kevin was doing the whole, I don't deserve it, blah, blah, blah. And then later on, they backstage, and they're talking, and he gets all mad because they're going to give it to Roman Reigns, and he goes off, and they're like, wait a minute, no, we're just kidding. We're going to give it to you. Here we go. Gene Simmons was in Runaway with Tom Selleck. Yes, Gene Simmons was the villain in Runaway. He was really awesome. You got heat-seeking bullets. You got spiders that spit acid, robotic spiders that spit acid. But I think as far as Gene Simmons movies, Cliff needs to watch Never Too Young to Die.
Never Too Young to Die.
With John Stamos and Vanity, because Gene plays an hermaphrodite.
Oh, that's right. We covered this. This was in my, queer people are the villains of the 80s, and we have a problem here. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, when did the CBC Award finalists come out? I know I saw mine.
A couple weeks, I think.
Hold on.
Dude, the voting was done yesterday. They should be out by now.
23rd, the 23rd, the finalists are revealed.
Okay.
Brian's doing a live show that night, I think, at 7:30 Central.
Yeah, I'm just being sarcastic.
And while we're on it, let's take a minute and let's give props to Cliff and Durs for being on the committee.
Thanks, man. At the end of the day, I just hope everybody voted for people that deserved it, found some new channels. I was a finalist last year, so I wasn't campaigning hard. I was just trying to spread it. But Rich, really loved your video and made me happy you picking my live stream. It's your favorite hangout. So seeing things like that are cool.
That was really nice. As a previous winner, I really tried not to get too involved in the nomination process. Also, I tried to avoid watching videos. I watched one the other night at 3 a.m, and of course, all I got was just like 7 people all talking about why they shouldn't choose me or the council for a whole bunch of stuff, which is fine. It only cut like a hot knife through butter just a little bit at 3:13 in the morning. So that's just great.
I know.
That wasn't my video, was it?
No.
Okay.
So it's just fine. And like, no, Rich, I haven't even watched yours because
Okay.
I know I'll just be crying. So like, I'm like, everyone just vote for whoever you want. I don't want to have to think about it. But let me tell you, when those nominations are final, that's when it's on. The campaigning will begin.
Yes.
I was nominated 2 or 3 years ago, man. I was like out of the blue. I was like, all right, this is cool, and then never saw my name again.
By the way, it's really awful trying to pick people when you love everyone. You're like, oh, I love this category. Who's neglected? Oh, everyone I love is neglected in this category.
Yep.
Well, that's great. You know,
it's tough. Some of the categories are super tough.
Right.
Terrible.
You can nominate 5 people and still leave 5 people out that you would nominate.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It was a nightmare. So now I'm just like, you know what? Let's get the list of finalists, and then maybe I'll be a little more campaigning. But even then, I am not going to tell people who I'm voting for. I did not love that last year. I will make an effort this year to do a series of videos spotlighting the people who made it to finalist.
Okay.
Damn, Rich, I can't believe you weren't nominated. I thought I nominated you.
It hasn't been updated because I definitely nominated Rich for best cleaning and pressing.
Yeah, I did too.
Thank you. My name's on there as like one of the lists.
I have a theme of just trying to vote for different people, and like last year I voted for Jerry the Jitterbug. I'm pretty sure he won.
He
or
did
whatever.
it.
Yeah,
so
right, 100%. So my theme is, if you've already won, I try not to vote for you, even just to try and spread things around. But at the end of the day, you still
But
tough.
I was gonna say, I think Rich and Jerry didn't overlap this year.
There you go,
Yeah, I
Rich.
don't think so either.
There you go, Rich.
Thank you.
So I had no problem giving Rich a nomination.
And Jerry does like phenomenal, crazy stuff. The thing is, my thing with Jerry, especially this year, he hasn't put a lot of content out. You know, he's only had maybe 5, 6 pressing videos.
Have you not followed the X-Men #1 restoration video?
I did. That started last year.
It's at the end of last year. It's a process. All right, we're talking about X-Men #1.
Listen, I'm not throwing
Rich
shade.
has got free time for sure.
I had one of my buddies tell me. He said, I did nominations this year. He said, I nominated you for best editing. I went, well, I appreciate it, but there's people out there a lot better than I am.
Rich, when is your next episode of Only Slabs?
August 31st.
Oh, it's soon. It's on my mom's birthday. Oh, shit.
2 weeks? 3 weeks. 3 weeks from now.
I can't wait. No duplicates.
No duplicates. Unfortunately, I have like 300 slabs at this point, so it's pretty easy not to have duplicates. Just choosing what you think is the coolest is the hard part.
Yeah,
and I'm not going to do.
Chicago.
I'm not going to do like the bangers at the end. I'm just going to do them in alphabetical order. Just run right through them.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I just want to bring 25 Turok ones.
There was a guy that did 25 Spider-Man #1s.
It's hilarious. I think, that was the Torment one. They're all different. They were all like different.
They're all
versions
different,
of it,
but they were.
No, I just want to bring like I'd start at like I don't know, a 5.0, and just however many 25 increments make it to 9.8.
Oh yeah.
I for my next time, I want to make sure that like when I want to do like 24. When I get to number 12, I want to make sure number 12 is a nice banger, and I want to make sure the last one's a nice banger. But like, it's a hodgepodge, and me, mostly it's all about telling a good story more than anything else.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because like, look at this blend going on back here. You know?
Yeah.
I like raw books too much, but it is a goal of mine to one day hopefully be on that show. But I just don't ever fathom myself collecting that many slabs. I'd rather, even the books that are in slabs. I mean, I have other copies of them, but I'd rather just have them raw, just so I can look through
Well,
them.
that's what I have a reader something of everything. Either these things, I have a regular reader copy, or I don't because they were a gift, so it's on my list. Or they're in a trade that I own, so usually 90% of the time I own it as a trade or I own a reader copy.
Right.
So here's my take on slabs versus raw. You know, I know we're running over, Tone. Sorry.
No, don't worry about it.
There's a lot of books out there that, like, I'm gonna give you an example. I was trying to find X-Men 101, which is the first Phoenix issue.
Yeah.
A low grade raw copy of that book, like a shit copy, like a 2.0, was like $250 raw. I grabbed the 3.0 already slabbed for under 200.
Yeah.
So why would I pay 300 for a raw when I can get a 3.0 slab?
Let me tell you, if those people have a listing that says best offer, I go in. I go in hard. Power Girl over here, that restored edition, I went in after best offer and I said, look, I've been looking for a Power Girl. I love me some Power Girl. This is what I think is a fair value. And they're like, okay. I'm like, oh,
Oh, yeah.
But don't be afraid, Rich. Just get right in there. Just get right in.
Well, we'll go ahead and we're at the hour, almost at the hour and a half mark. We'll go ahead and go around the horn and give y'all a moment to talk about what y'all got coming up. Rich, we'll start off with you. I don't know.
For you.
Oh, me.
All right. I have cleaning and pressing videos dropping every Tuesday and usually on here every Sunday. I try to jump on Mad Spidey on Saturday nights, and I will be on Only Slabs August 31st. Be there.
Or be square. All right, Cliff, what you got coming up?
I don't think it. Tonight, in 30 minutes, I'll be on the Council Comics. We'll be doing the box office and the Hangover Part 3. Monday night, New Keys and Hot Comics at 8 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday night, New Comic Book Day Live, 8 p.m. Eastern. Oh my God, what do I even have this week? I don't know what else I have this week, but I can't have much this week. Friday is day 1 of Terrificon, day 2 of my mother's surgery, also my oral surgery. Also, I don't know how I'm doing it all. Everybody pray for me and my family. Saturday, I guess I'm going to do Comics and Coffee with Cliff live from the convention floor or a hotel room from someone I blew the last night. Let's just roll the dice. Works.
All right.
Sunday, I'll be back home. Maybe not in time for New Keys, or maybe not in time for the blah blah blah, right?
Yeah.
And then for the box office,
For the blah blah blah.
Then rinse and repeat. But I do feel like I have something special coming up soon. I have. I'm sorry. I actually have to get the calendar. Let me see. Yeah, I've become a calendar person. Like, who knew? Like, oh my God, while I'm away, it's also my niece's birthday. I love her, and I'm neglecting her for Comic-Con. This is great. Let's see. Ooh, what's happening here? Okay. So Friday, all right, I obviously need to update my damn phone because anyhow, I got some other stuff coming up, and when I remember that it's happening, I'll let all of you know.
Cool. Well, Durs, what you got coming up, brother?
I'm just chilling today. I was going to have a live stream, but I just made the post on Instagram while we were hanging out here. So no live stream today. I need to catch up on some stuff, hang out around the house, film a couple videos, and edit. Dropping a new series tomorrow, kind of like a why. Like the first one's going to be Why Do I Collect Comics? Been pushing that one off for a while, but it's going to be like, why do I like this character, or why do people like this, and blah, 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 blah. You'll see when you get it, but I think it's going to be fun. And then, who knows, normally every other Wednesday or every Wednesday is my comic calls, but I'm posting stuff on a random kind of schedule. So like I said, just hit the notification if you're following me, stay up to date on IG, and yeah, much love. We'll be back next Sunday.
Cool. And for me, I may do a video or a short, probably a short of all my new comic book day stuff, because that's 46 books. I may just do a short and just show the books. I don't know. Monday, there may be a video. There may be an Amazon unboxing if it comes in, because it's supposed to be here Monday, where I got a new figure for the collection, one I've been wanting to get for a while, for free, thanks to reward points from work. Now, after that, next weekend, my live schedule is to be determined, because I've got some stuff that's may come up that might conflict with me doing anything live. So fingers crossed that it doesn't, but there is a good possibility that I won't be on live at all, and hopefully be back the week after that. But if I'm not able to go live, I'll post on Instagram, and that's pretty much me. And that's pretty much it. I want to take a minute and thank Durs, Rich, and Cliff for hanging out with me in the panel. I want to thank everybody for this awesome chat. I'm going to take a minute and shout out. Tonight, Trev and Evil Mike will be on live on Trev's channel at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central, talking about all the cool stuff. And we're going to get out of here. Thanks to everybody hanging out in the panel. Thanks for everybody that's watching this on the replay. Thank you, everyone, for supporting my channel and all these other lovely channels. I do appreciate it. Once again, I'm going to play this clip just because it's going to be the last time I get to play it. The CBC Awards are over. But I'm going to go ahead and play it anyway just because I like it.
Acknowledge me!
And thank you for everybody that acknowledged me and gave me 4 nominations for the CBC Awards. But yeah, thanks to everybody for hanging out. It was an awesome show. And we'll see y'all next time. And everyone be safe, take care, and God bless.
Welcome to the human race.